great.
Amazing. It was great. It was my first time meeting my Italian fans, and people were there at like 9 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, and it was so cold that I was like, oh my god, like, how did they do that? And even, despite the bad weather, they showed up and we had a good time. We did a meet and greet, and I had some amazing food before I played. We had pizza, we had pasta, I had more too. We had some bread, amazing bread. I had tiramisu. I had, what was that what's the breaded, starts with a C?
The breaded?
Breaded steak, like the bread.
Oh yeah, okay, like cotoletta.
Cotoletta, yeah,
That's typical Milan food.
Yeah, it was amazing. So yeah, I had a big meal before I played. Band's on. It is a youth anthem about bedroom behaviors with your shoes on. Leaving Home, that's the title track, and it's pretty much just about, doing what you've always kind of seen yourself doing, following your aspirations and your passions in life, and being successful about it, and making sacrifices in order to do so. The Boom is about a girl with a really nice ass. LA It Down is it's my tutorial on how to treat a lady when she comes to Los Angeles.
Oh, and that includes what?
Breakfast at the Griddle, whipped cream, just very romantic, sexy things. For those of you that don't know, the Griddle is like a really popular breakfast restaurant in LA.
Okay.
There's always like huge lines outside, and they have pancakes that are like this big. What else? Hollywood is a kind of like my ode to ex-girlfriends. Or snobby girls. Can't take your eyes off me. That is about a girl who stalked me for like 3 years, before all the music stuff. And yeah, shouts to her. I kind of coined the term, everyone, is it rap, is it pop, is it, is it electronic? I made up this genre like 2 years ago called hip hop, and I'm rolling with it. That's mine.
Okay.
All the time. I'm always on the internet just downloading and discovering new artists. That's kind of what I do in my off time. I feel like it's important to just see, new sounds and like new acts that are emerging, and just the way that people are doing things. And yeah, I feel like the internet is my most needed resource, not only just to promote my music, but yeah, like you said, to keep in touch with my fans. Like I try to talk to every single fan that I have. Granted, it's a lot harder now to talk to every single fan because like I'm touring and recording, and so my schedule is a lot more hectic than when I started. When I started, I'd sit online for like 8 or 9 hours a day. So now, like when I'm online, I'm obviously doing a lot of work, but I can still carry conversations with people, and I feel like that's really key. A lot of my fans get my name tattooed, or like get my face tattooed on them, which is pretty cool. There's a couple fans that have portraits of me tattooed. There's one fan, this dude Eddie, who has 5 portraits of me tattooed, which I think is amazing. I'd say the weirdest thing that a fan has done is like followed me home and stuff, like after a show, which has been kind of crazy, or like shown up to like a place that I was that I didn't necessarily publicize, and just like write on the back of my car, or they'll like show up at my parents' house or something. It's, yeah, weird. Some tattoos I have are strictly just funny. Like I have gnarly tattooed on my stomach, which is like I just got it because it was hilarious, and then I have it tattooed above my knee as well. I have Life's a Hoot tattooed on my leg with a bunch of weed leaves, which is just because I can do it. But then yeah, I have tattoos that mean a lot to me, like Patience. I got that tattoo on a whim, and that's something that I really don't have, and something that I need to work on. I have my sister's initial behind my ear. I have Mom and Dad on my ankles. My sleeve means a lot to me. It's 2 paintings from my favorite artist, this dude Jeff Soto. He's from Riverside, California, where I'm from. And then, I have like maple leaf. My dad's from Canada, so it's kind of like my heritage. And then I have like an apple tattooed on my palm, which is like I'm just like obsessed with Apple products.
Do you have an Apple phone, maybe?
I have
An
an
iPhone?
iPhone, 2 MacBooks, an iPad, an iMac, like everything Apple. Usually involving a lot of my friends, and it's just, you know, fun. I like recording at night sometimes just because I feel like I'm a little bit more creative. And early in the day, you know, like I'm groggy, and then I have like, if I record at night, I have a whole day to kind of, you know, see like where the day takes me, and then kind of just like feed off of that when I record into the night. Yeah, 2009, I was unofficially on it.
Okay.
Like, that was my first show ever. So my friend, he was the sponsor for that year. He had a clothing company, and he asked me if I wanted to go play. And I said, yeah, like I didn't have a stage, I didn't have anything, I didn't have a crew, I went by myself. I set everything up myself, I sold my own t-shirts, like pretty much just hustled and like got myself on this tour. And it was like 60 shows. It was like the hardest tour of my life, and I did it literally by myself. And this year, I'm actually like on a big stage. I have a crew, I have a bus, I have, you know, my own merch tent and stuff. So it's just cool to see the progress I've made in that amount of time. Short term, when I get back to the States, I'm finishing my album. So just to make a really good album that I'm going to be proud of for a really long time and that people are really going to respect and like. Long term would just be to just keep making music as long as I possibly can. Check it out, the Italian crowd was awesome. I felt a little awkward because like when I'd say something, it'd be quiet.
Yeah.
And then after the show, I realized it was because they didn't understand me. So like I'd be saying shit, you know, and they wouldn't really get it right away. But no, I had fun. But you know, like what was crazy is like when I'd say something, they wouldn't, you know, they necessarily wouldn't understand it, but they knew pretty much all the words to my songs, which is crazy. Hold on, what did I learned? I learned how to say swag in Italian yesterday. How do you say it? Oh, yeah. I learned yesterday and I forgot. Oh yeah, you guys call like bro, you say zio? Uncle?
Yeah, that means uncle.
Zio. Yeah, like yeah. What's up, zio? Ciao a tutti i miei fan italiani. Swag.